Now to the president and the Congress and the fiscal cliff. The combination of automatic tax hikes and deep federal spending cuts due to kick in January 1st. That's 24 days away, just over 3 weeks from now. But so far, negotiations to find a way around it, well, they've gone nowhere. So we're going to talk about that with John Podesta. He is a former chief of staff to President Bill Clinton, an advisor to President Obama, and a founder and chairman of the Center for American Progress, which is a Washington think tank. And he joins us now from our Washington bureau. John, great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are we going over this cliff, John?
Well, I think I certainly hope not. And I think that there are low-level talks again. And I think that the president and the speaker need to engage with each other to try to avoid that. But what we need to do for the long run is really to get on a path towards greater fiscal discipline, but do it in a way that keeps the momentum behind the economy right now, keeps jobs growing. It'd be after today's or yesterday's job report, the worst thing we could do would be to go over to the fiscal cliff and put the economy back into a recession. So I'm optimistic, but it's going to take some hard bargaining and some work. And I think the most important thing the president's put on the table is that there needs to be a balanced plan and there needs to be more revenue coming from the people at the top of the economy.
John, we're hearing a lot of the same kind of tone that we heard before, of course. I mean, it sounds very familiar. Do you think they're actually making any progress here? And if this comes down to a one-on-one, essentially, between the president and the speaker, is that a good thing?
Well, I think if there's progress being made, it's hard to find which room it's being made in because basically both sides are still kind of reiterating their points. I think if the Republicans agree with the American people, which is that let's extend the middle-class tax cuts on 98% of Americans, I think things could fall quickly into place. The president's willing to make some further reductions, particularly in the so-called mandatory programs, including health care. And I think that we could see a rapid progression. And that'll take some bargaining, I think, between leadership on Democratic and Republican side, but particularly between the president and the speaker.
John, a lot of the public debate has focused on this tax issue, but spending is also going to be part of the ultimate package. Yours calls for $1.8 trillion in spending cuts, and your plan is not subtracting from Social Security or Medicare to get there. So I wonder, what are you subtracting from outside of defense?
Well, just let me correct you. We've put forward an overall plan that meets the Simpson-Bowles revenue targets, but also has serious spending constraint, including $385 billion of health care savings, primarily in Medicare. That's accomplished through more competition and through better delivery of services under Medicare. But we do call for substantial savings in Medicare as part of an overall $4.1 trillion deal, as was put forward by Simpson and Bowles.
All right, John Podesta, thank you.